Hello and welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten. My name is Sam and today I'm just bringing you a whip and ramble on this star or winter tree. Literally running my fingers over it because the topping drills are driving me mad. But let's go through what I'm using. Now I've actually got I've got my original Galaxy cook pot. These are not available anymore. I am using my blue and purple pen from Amazon. I have got a single placer and a four placer. Now these actually have glue dots in. For no reason other than I didn't take my tape to work one day and I had glue dots, so I used glue dots. So that's what I'm using. I have got a pen rest as well here, and I am also using my beautiful Galaxy cover minder. These will be available on the shop from January. And I've also got my large grey, or my standard grey cook tray. So I'm going to make a start now. Before I get into what's going on with me, let's do diamond painting stuff first. Okay, I have been unwell now for 2 weeks. I've really been struggling with like a cough cold type thing. It really has been bloody horrible. Me and my husband have both had it, and it is literally only this week that I started to feel better. So today is Wednesday. It is the 21st, I think, of December. I have got a day off. Literally, I think it was Monday night I started to feel a little bit more myself. The cough has faded off somewhat. It is a little bit more phlegmy now. And I do feel better. So finally, I can actually get back, not back to normal, because December won't be normal. But I haven't bought anything. I haven't done anything. The only thing that I did buy was I brought myself a new table. It's more of a mobile table. It's actually a computer desk, and it's you can have it so that it's a standing computer desk. And I brought that to diamond painting the room with, but it just means that I can move it around the house. So I did buy that, but I didn't unbox it. It was just a cheap buy off Amazon. But it is very useful on the occasions, the rare occasions that I sit in the front room with Ashley, or if I sit in the snug at the moment, because the cold weather is now abated. We have got some warmer weather, but should it return, it means that I can sit in the snug, which is a lot warmer than the sunroom is. But I don't have any new buys. I am not buying now until next year. So apologies to everybody for not posting up regularly. I'm not going to be going through questions on this one. It's more of an update video because it is Christmas week. I won't have a lot of time to diamond paint. I am working all of Christmas. So there won't be many videos, I'm afraid. I will get as many done as I can, but time is very limited. And just like you guys, you know, I've got family commitments and stuff going on. But I will try and get up as much as I can, I promise. So yes, feeling much better. So let's go to shop stuff. So today I have done the last of the orders that I've had recently on Etsy. I have now put the shop into holiday mode for Christmas. So you will not be able to buy anything. Got a lovely round drill. You will not be able to purchase anything from the Kitten Up Kitten Etsy store until January. And that's purely because I need some time to get some stock built up to get stuff photographed so I can get that on. So the plan will be that it will stay on holiday mode until the 1st of January, at which point I will then go on and add anything that I've got that I can add on, including trays. So with the trays, we are just making as many as we can before we get to January. It will be a smaller launch. We will not have 40 trays, but whatever we've got done by the 1st of January, just struggling to get me drills in here. Whatever we've got completed by the 1st of January will be going up on that day, and once they are gone, and they will not then return until the 1st of February. And that is purely because we just do not have the means with one machine. We do not have the means to make huge amounts, and because December was a short month, because I had the orders, then I had pre-orders to fill, so we haven't had as much time to build stock up. So please, if you do see the Etsy shop in the description box, please do be aware that it isn't actually open until January, because I need some time. I need some time to build more stock up of the trays. I need time to photograph and edit listings for cover minders. There will be quite a few of the alcohol ink cover minders going up in January. There's also the fact that I do need to buy more resin. I need more boxes because I've nearly depleted my small boxes after the orders. So it's just going to give me some breathing space to catch up and to try and get into a bit of a routine. Now, I don't normally have one. You know, I'm not one of these people that will say I'll do this on this day and this on this day, because it varies with everything going on. But I wouldn't mind getting to a point where I knew I definitely had a couple of days where I could film and get stuff up. December just wasn't the time to do it. However, I have done my last nail client now, so that is done. I have a brow client on Friday, and then I will be done until January, which is good. I do still, however, have the big Christmas food shop to do, which will be happening tomorrow. I'm off to Argos today to pick up the last of the Christmas presents that I've got, and then I'm done on that front as well. So I am getting there. It just hasn't been helped by the illness. Now, you know, it's that sort of time of year, and unfortunately sometimes when I get whatever it was, whether it was a flu bug or a cough or, you know, a chest infection, whatever it was, it lingered a bit and it did kick off my fibro symptoms. So, you know, even though I was poorly and, you know, I would normally just sit and diamond paint if I didn't feel well, I couldn't do that because I had nail clients in and I had work to do. I still went to work despite being ill. I didn't take any time off sick because it was just cold symptoms. There wasn't anything I could do about it. See, I've lost a drill there as well. But hopefully, you know, now we're through the worst of December, I will be able to start to get back to some normality after January. So that's the plan. All the plans so far. Now, I will say I did at work the other week switch my drills around and put them in alphabetical order because it was driving me mad. I don't normally do that because I'm too lazy to switch them all back again to put them away, but it has made it easier. And as you can see, they're not the easiest labels to see because I've got these labels over the top of these labels because I stole this case off my mother. So not the easiest to see, but work with what I've got. Now, I do have to say on this star roll picture, I haven't done any more on it since the last whip and ramble because I'm just not enjoying it. The symbols are nice and clear, the printing is really good, but the drills are not uniform, and because of that I'm getting a lot of pop-in drills. I'm a little bit fed up about that, because I've seen this canvas done twice by 2 other people, and it was never mentioned in those videos that there were popping drills or that they were uneven shapes or anything. So I'm a little bit annoyed, and I will say that it has put me off doing this one slightly. I still love the image, but I usually gauge a company by their square drills. So if I'm going to have problems with popping drills, I prefer square. So it will put me off, I'm afraid, ordering again. I did have somebody comment and say, you know, they had the same thing. They sealed each row as they were going. I've never sealed a diamond painting, and I've never had to. And I don't really want to start now. Now, this one will be going into a portfolio. It's not going to be going on the wall or anything. So I'm not going to bother. But I probably wouldn't order again. So if you're a fan of Star Wars, I'm sorry. But maybe I've been spoilt. Maybe I've been spoilt by Diamond Art Club. Which brings me to the next diamond painting news. Well, it's not news. Just something that I've come to a realisation of. I have come to realise that I don't enjoy doing diamond paintings that are not Diamond Art Club. I just don't enjoy them as much. I'm not saying there are not good budget companies out there. I'm sure there are. But I never enjoy them as much as I do. Because with Diamond Art Club, number one, I'm getting the images that I really like. Number two, for me, the quality is brilliant. And I shouldn't have to apologise for it. You know, if you watch any other craft on YouTube, let's say you watch someone who crochets, there isn't such a big deal. I don't think, or not that I've seen, I might be wrong, but, you know, you don't see people saying, oh, well, I'm only going to use this yarn. You know, a lot of time, a crocheter, especially one who does it for a living, will have particular brands that they will go to because of the quality. And it's not a big thing for them. So why should it be for diamond painting? So, ahead of New Year's resolutions, here is mine. I'm not going to buy any more diamond paintings from other companies. I'm just not. I've got a big enough stash now. You've all seen my stash. I have a big enough stash to last me for the next 5 years. So I don't need to be buying, you know, diamond paintings from other companies. And I certainly don't need to be buying too many more for my stash, because I'll reach a point where I'm never going to get them all done. So my resolution for 2023 is that I am going to embrace being a Diamond Art Club snob. And I'm not going to make apologies for it. Any diamond paintings I buy next year will be because I really want them. But I would imagine the majority will be coming from Diamond Art Club. I'm not saying not ever. I'm not saying I'm never going to buy from elsewhere ever again. I'm just saying I'm not going to go looking for it. Look, I missed a H down here. That's going to annoy me. Let's get that quick. So I'm not going to. So next year my buying will be restricted to purely #1 canvases. Just #1 canvases. Now, of course, if you buy from Diamond Art Club, you will know that sometimes you can get items in the sale section. You can get, you know, smaller diamond paintings, etc. And very often people will buy other diamond paintings because they're in the sale, or they're smaller, or just to make up so you get free shipping. So my plan is to only buy #1 canvases, but if I need to buy something else to make up the postage, I'm going to try and buy the smaller canvases. And then what I thought I would do is, #1, I would then be able to keep hold of some of those cheap sale items, not necessarily diamond paintings, it could be anything, but I could keep those for giveaways or even for doing raffle. I was thinking about doing lives and maybe doing a raffle, which would be quite fun. And then that way there are people out there that may not be able to afford to buy Diamond Art Club but could afford to buy raffle tickets, and they could get the opportunity to then win a Diamond Art Club. So that's an idea I've got for 2023. So I apologise, you know, I'm hoping that most of you watch my videos because you enjoy the videos. You're not watching the videos because of where I buy from. You know, it shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm diamond painting. So I hope that nobody is, you know, put off by that. I do, of course, have budget company paintings in my stash currently, and I will do most of them. I may not do all of them, but there's certainly a good handful that I will do, because I chose them because I wanted to do them, but I may not necessarily buy from them. So there's that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Etsy. Etsy and YouTube in general. The biggest problem you have when you do anything like YouTube or you have an Etsy shop, I'm sure there's some of you out there that have your own Etsy stores and you've probably had the same problem, but one of the biggest problems you get is people being impatient. And the issue I have had, I've been very, very lucky in all the time that I've been doing YouTube. I've never had a really bad experience, and I haven't had a bad experience now, but you'll understand why I'm saying that when we come to it. But you know, you do get people that will think that you owe it to do videos all the time or that sort of thing, and I'm not saying any of you do. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just making a point, and I will get to it, but there are some people that do not understand things that are outside of your control. So let's discuss Etsy first. So here's the problem that I've got, or that I've had in December. Not only have we had national Royal Mail strikes, we have also had local Royal Mail strikes, and it may be something as simple as, I'm going to go for this J because then I can multi-place and just work my way through it. We have had instances, so where I live, it's a small town, and in our thing we have 3 post office positions, and for most of December they've only actually had 1 open due to striking, because they've had no one there to man it, they've had not enough machinery to do the job, that sort of thing. I can't control that. Okay, now here's what happens when I do Etsy. On Etsy, when you place your order, you of course are charged for the postage, relevant postage for that country. Now the postage prices are approximate, so especially if I'm posting abroad, sometimes I may not need as much as that postage depending on how heavy the item is or how big the package is. Sometimes I have to pay more than I've charged, so it sort of evens itself out. But here's what I don't have any control over. If you order, let's say you're in the UK, if you order on Etsy, I usually say 3 to 5 business days, and that's purely to give me a chance to get your order together. If you have requested something that needs custom making, I need time to make it, and it gives me a chance to arrange to get that delivered. And what I would normally do on Etsy is I would create my postage label and print it out at home, and with those smaller packages I can then post them straight off. So all the postage is done through Etsy. I take it to a little we have a priority mailbox at the end of our road, and I just pop them in the post. All of the postage on Etsy is standard, so it will be second class with Royal Mail, whether that is UK, overseas, America, Australia, wherever it is second class, and it is not tracked. And the reason it's not tracked is because it's cheaper. The downside of having not tracked mail is, of course, I can't track it. So if something happens to your parcel and for whatever reason it isn't delivered, there is nothing I can do about that. Absolutely nothing. So here's the reason why I'm saying about it. I had an order, and I posted that order, was posted on one day. I packaged that order, I created the label, and I posted it into that post box the following day. Now that letter was for the UK, and I then received a message quite late in the evening to say that that item hadn't arrived. So I apologised. I went back and said, you know, I'm in bed, I'm upstairs by 8:30. I don't see messages that come really late at night. So I went back and sort of said, you know, I'm sorry it hasn't arrived. Let me have a look. You know, I can't see tracking, but let me check and see when I sent it out. So I did go to respond back and say, yes, it was posted out on this date. Now, in the hour that it took me, or in the time that it took me to answer this comment and go and look for the hour, go and look for the order, in that time, that person then came back and said, well, do you know what? You know, I've ordered from further away and received it in less time. I can't do anything about what happens to that package once it goes into the post box. Okay, if there are national rail strikes, national Royal Mail strikes, then that may affect delivery, it may affect when they pick it up, it may affect how quickly they get it through the sorting office. I don't know. And if I charged tracked delivery, next day delivery, nobody wants to pay more for postage than they've paid for the item they're buying. Nobody. So I had to make the decision when I started doing Etsy that I would not offer tracked postage because people just won't pay it. But with the best will in the world, I can't do anything. If that item doesn't arrive, I will of course message me. I will of course do my best to get a replacement out. If for whatever reason that item cannot be delivered, or the person says, do you know what, it's not going to be here on time for what I need, let me know. Okay, and I will do my utmost to get another one out to you, or I will give you a full refund. What I don't appreciate is when I'm trying to resolve a situation and I'm taking the time to look, when was it posted, you know, is there a reason, blah blah blah, and in the time it takes me to respond, that person will then go on and leave me a bad review because their item hasn't been received. Give me time to come up with a solution. You know, if you immediately go and give me a bad review, I'm less inclined to want to help. I'm not, you know, that's the truth of it. I have no control over what Royal Mail do at all. But I would generally, if someone said, you know what, I'm really upset, if they'd have said to me right from the beginning, I'm really upset because I haven't received this, can I please have a full refund? And they hadn't left a review, I would literally just go, do you know what, absolutely. And if the item then turns up, so be it, not a problem. But give me time. When I responded to the message first off, I did say, I'm really sorry I haven't the delay on responding to your message. I haven't been well. But to immediately go and leave a bad review without giving me a chance to make things better or to try and make things better isn't fair. So this is a real situation. It has happened. I am human. I am new to doing Etsy. I am new to doing YouTube. I am learning as I go. I literally learn how to pay for my postage and create my labels at home as I'm doing the bloody orders. I'm gonna get things wrong. And when you go from doing 5 or 6 orders a month to doing 26 orders in one day, you're gonna make mistakes. But anything I've got control of, I will sort out there and then. But things I don't have control of, I don't know why it takes Royal Mail, and the fact that you may only live an hour away from me is neither here nor there. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of whether I post that parcel and it's going to Australia, America, Sweden, or an hour up the road, they're all treated the same. They all go through the same process. And I can't control that. So all I wanted to say was, if you order something and something is wrong, message me. Okay? If you really feel that you are very, very unhappy with the way that I have dealt with the customer service or whatever, then fine, I will give you a full refund. But don't leave me a bad review before I've even had a chance to resolve the issue, because that's not fair. That's not fair. And you know what? If you're that impatient, I mean, everybody, especially in the UK, especially when you're in the UK, there are people in the States that will have to wait 3 weeks at least for their stuff to get to them, and they've been happy to wait. So do you know what? If you're in the UK and you order something and you know that there are strikes going on with Royal Mail, don't order it then, because I've got a 3 to 5 dispatch day on there anyway, and that's 3 to 5 business days, Monday to Friday, not weekends. So if you're going to get upset that it hasn't turned up because Royal Mail are striking and I can't get it there any faster, then I'm sorry, don't order. End of. Just don't order. I will do my utmost to help everybody. I've had somebody before that ordered something that didn't show up. I ended up sending out another one and they got it and they were very grateful. They were brilliant. But don't leave me a bad review just because you're impatient and you don't understand that the strikes mean that it might take a bit longer to get to you. You know, it's not down to me. I can't control Royal Mail. So that said, general moan, that said, I have now put a note on Etsy to state that, you know, unless you're prepared to pay for tracked delivery, I can't be held responsible for what happens once it's been posted off, and especially when I've shown you proof that it was posted. You know, I can't do any more than that. I've got no other way of doing it, and to leave me a bad review for something that costs £3 is just ridiculous. But anyway, it happens. So please, 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 if the Royal Mail strikes are going on and if you need something within 3 days, don't order, okay? Because the best will in the world, I can't control how quickly Royal Mail get it to you at the minute. I just can't. For anyone that is still waiting for their deliveries of trays or whatever, I am sure they will be with you very soon. Please be patient, you know, and especially now there's no postal deliveries. We've got strikes going on tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, so there's going to be nothing going out anyway, so just be patient, and message me first. You know, don't put a bad review up just because something hasn't arrived in time. And sod's law, I've now refunded, I fully refunded that person. when in actual fact I had proof of postage, so I didn't have to. I could have stood my ground and said, actually, you've given me a bad review, so I'm not going to refund you your money. But I didn't. I did do a full refund. You know, just think about the fact that I'm trying to do this around 2 jobs and a family, but with the best will in the world. Just because you live up the road doesn't mean you're going to get your delivery any faster than anybody else does. That's not the way that it works. And if you think it does, then you need to have a look at Royal Mail, and you need to have a look at how it works for them. Anyway, enough said about that. Okay, I'm just one person, just trying to make a little bit of extra money. That's it. Not out to rip people off, never have been. But there you go. Of course, if you do want to ensure that you've got full tracking, please feel free to message me before you order, and I will arrange for tracked shipping. I do intend to have a look into the pricing for tracked shipping so that I can offer it, but I know damn well people are not going to pay it. They're not for a £3 bloody cover minder. But there we go. Especially when I know that person has probably received their parcel by now and got their items for free anyway. So there we go. Enough of a moan about that, because I'm bored of hearing myself now. I hate these drills. I absolutely hate these drills. They are just popping everywhere. Oh. So that's shop stuff done. So coming back to YouTube, I love YouTube. I love doing it. I love having my channel. I love how quickly it's grown. I love the people I've come to know and consider to be friends. And I would love nothing more than to spend every day diamond painting, every day filming videos. But I can't. Best will in the world. Now, this isn't a moan like the last thing was. The last thing was a moan. This isn't a moan. This is just a general, I wish I could do more for you guys. But at the minute, I really can't. Now, I'm hoping as things settle down and we get into the new year, that I can put a little bit more in and get a bit more done. There's another round drill. Doing well for rounds out of these. Yeah, and hopefully in the new year I can get a little bit more stuff in. You may find that there are more videos in January, because January for beauty techs is quite slow, so I may have a bit more free time to do videos. But you know, bear with me. I'm not going anywhere. You know, I will be back. If you're missing, go back and watch some of the early videos, or go and watch some of the videos where I've done shout outs for other creators. You may find somebody new that you can watch as well as, and gain another person to watch. So, you know, stick with me. I'm not going anywhere. And one day I will be in a position, ouch, just smacked my knee off the corner of my desk. One day I'll be in a position where I will be able to do more. Because, you know, that's what I'm working towards. I'm always working towards that. So other things, work, my job that, you know, I don't always like very much, has actually been much better. I mean, yes, I'm not over the moon that I'm working the 23rd, the 24th and the 25th, but I am only working till 2. So it has been better. And I think a lot of that is just because I've just got it into my head now. Do you know what? I'm going to do my job. I'm not going to worry about other people. I'm just going to do my job. I'm going to do my job well. And whatever anyone else does is down to them. But I'm not going to keep doing people's work for them. And I'm certainly not going to continue getting stressed out about things that are not my problem. So I've become a little bit more selfish. And it has been hard because I've been at work and I've not been well. But I can only control so much. So I'm not going to stress as much about things I can't control. Other than that, apart from being ill and the fact that I've not been able to see my granddaughter because I've been ill, we are all okay here. My husband still has a bit of a cough. He's also been suffering with toothache for the last couple of days as well, so he's a bit grouchy. But we are ready for Christmas. We have got everything pretty much done bar the food shop, which I will do tomorrow. And looking forward to seeing the kids on Christmas Eve. They will come over Christmas Eve. We will exchange presents and open presents because I don't get to see them Christmas Day. And I'll get to see my granddaughter and we'll spend a bit of time together and we'll watch a Christmas film. It's been Home Alone the last 2 years, but I'm hoping to switch it up this year. And yeah, we'll just get to spend some quality time with each other. So that will be nice. So I'm just going to do my little O. I do wish these drills were better because the colours are phenomenal. Oh, got a white one there. Sneaked in. But not going to lie, looking forward to, like I said, I'm working the day before Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day before Christmas Eve, so I'm working the 23rd, I'm working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I've then got Boxing Day and the day after off. I'm then back in for 2 days and then I've got 3 days off. So I'm not working all of Christmas, and next year I will not be working any of bloody Christmas. I'm making sure of that. Because I've done it, this will be the 3rd year running that I've worked Christmas. I think it works out next year if we stay on the same rota, which we won't be because they're on about changing it again. But if we do, I would be working Christmas Eve, which isn't so bad. So it does mean at least I get Christmas Day, Boxing Day and that off. Sucks, doesn't it? But you never know. By this time next year, I may not need to have that job. By this time next year, I might be earning enough doing nails and doing trays that I may not be there anymore. That would be good. So that is a goal for 2023, is to reach a point where I can give that job up so that I can be free. And then I'll be able to do your daily videos. I'll make sure of it. I'll save time for you guys. The other thing I really want to do is I really want to do a section on my heaven and earth, which I was going to do for the whip today, but changed my mind for some reason. I don't know why. I just decided to do this one. So that's another thing. Do you have any goals? What are your goals for 2023? Let me know. I do, of course, need to give a shout out to the amazing Penny at Calb Sparkles, who has been keeping me going with videos the last few days. Bless her, because I've needed something to watch. Because she is, of course, doing her challenge, her Heaven and Earth challenge in January and February. You can be sure that I will be watching that. However, I will not be doing Aries because I am nowhere near finished with Mackenzie's Treasure. I've had hardly any time at all to diamond paint this month, so it's not going to be happening. But I will be there cheering her along. I will be watching those videos. So let's hope she's nice to me. She's also had it a bit tough the last week or so, so I've tried to be a good friend, and you know, we do talk every day, I kind of get worried if she doesn't ring me. But she's bouncing back. She's all good. And as a team, we will, of course, be prepping for May, for whatever we call that event. So I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, just going to keep working on Mackenzie's Treasure and this one to get this one finished. And I may treat myself to a kitting up over Christmas, which of course you guys will also get to see. I just haven't decided whether it's going to be a little kitting up or a bloody great big one. Not decided. I kind of really want to kit up a big one, but because a couple of my big ones are Mandy Manzanos, I don't know how many Mandy Manzanos I need kitted up at any one time. So we shall see. Right, I shall be back shortly. Back in a second. So I return after having a quick lunch, kind of lunch, if you can call a muffin, and a cherry bakewell lunch, and a fresh cup of coffee. So off the back of saying about, you know, the shop and all that sort of thing, I do want to say, just in case this is the last video I get up before Christmas, I do want to say thank you to all of you that have come on board, subscribed from the time I've started until now. And we interrupt this broadcast to bring you some special festive news. Literally had to stop because my mum came down. So I've just paused it and decided to go and visit the little lady's room while I was up, and got something through my door. So I wanted to share with you all because it's just the loveliest thing I have ever seen in my life. I've never received anything like this. So I went to the door and found this. So very happily, I'm not going to turn it over because it's got my address on it, but very happily opened this to find the most beautiful Christmas card I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. All of this is diamond painted. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. I've never got anything like this before, and this is absolutely perfect for what I was saying before I got interrupted, in that thank you to all of you, because by continuing to watch, by commenting, by liking, by subscribing, you're keeping me doing what I like best. And this is just the epitome of it. So I am going to read it out. This came from the beautiful, amazing Sharon Wildboar. She has been one of my subscribers from day dot. She really has, and has been a constant stay throughout my YouTube life so far. And she has sent me this beautiful diamond painted card. So I'm going to open it up, and it just says, "Thank you so much for all you do. I'm so glad that I found your channel and have seen it grow from the beginning. I hope you and your family have a wonderful Christmas and a great new year. Thanks for being you." Sharon, thank you so much. This has absolutely made my day today. I just wish that it had come early enough that I had time to get a card back to you, because obviously with the postal strikes that's not going to happen. So I felt that you absolutely deserved to have a spot in this video, because it's because of people like you that make me love it so much. I honestly, and I know people say it all the time, they will say, you know, I feel like I've made a family, I've made a friend, but honestly, that is what my YouTube is to me. It is just a bunch of amazing friends who enjoy the same thing that I do. So thank you so much for your beautiful card, Sharon. That is going to take pride of place. I'm going to keep this because I'm going to keep this in my portfolio, because it's bloody special, and I'm really, really, really pleased that you sent it to me. The fact that you took the time to do this for me is phenomenal. I think it's amazing. It's just so cute, especially Santa's stockings. I think they're brilliant. But thank you so much, Sharon. What a lovely, lovely present. I'm so grateful. And because I was coming on and talking about saying thank you, because it may be that this is the last video that I do. It probably will be the last video that I do before Christmas. And I just wanted it to be a thank you to all of you guys for continuing to watch. But it came at absolutely the right moment. And I'm so touched. I really am. Thank you. And here's hoping that 2023 just brings more of the same, because I just want to watch it grow. I'm quite happy with how it's growing. Not happy with these popping drills, but I'm happy with how the channel's growing. And it's been amazing. There are so many of you. I couldn't mention all of you, but thank you for making this so damn easy a lot of the time, because, you know, YouTube channel is nothing without people to watch it. That is the God's honest truth. So thank you so much, Sharon. Really, really did just make my day. Me and my mum have just been sat there going, oh, that's so gorgeous. What a lovely thought and a lovely gift. I shall keep it forever. So yeah, that came at exactly the right time. That was all that I wanted to say. Was I've had a fabulous year, diamond painting wise. It has gone from strength to strength. Long may it continue. And I've made some fabulous friends. And I just hope that it continues to grow, because that's what I'd like. Mainly I'd like to get a bit of normality back, so I can get back to diamond painting more, because I do miss it. I do miss it a lot. But like I said, and especially for you, Sharon, now I will definitely film a kitting up video over the holidays, as a Christmas treat for us all. Even if you don't happen to see it, hopefully you'll be able to see it in between Christmas and New Year. So that is the only plan that I've got. It would be nice to do a kitting up. And I'm thinking it should be a bigger one. I think it should be a bigger one. So that, because I know Sharon does like her long videos. But what a lovely present. Thank you so much. Over the moon with that. I shall keep that forevermore. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So this is the reason I didn't want to do comments and questions on this video. If I get a chance to do another whip, then I will. And I'll go through comments and questions. I've had some very nice feedback about the trays, so that's good. So just a massive thank you, really, to all of you, whether you've watched and subscribed, you've liked the videos, whether you've ordered, whether you haven't, you know, I will continue to just be me, and just to continue filming, and hopefully I can get into a bit more of a regular pattern. But you know what life's like. I don't have anything major coming up next year. I mean, obviously, I will be watching Penny's challenge, and we will be working together to bring out the new diamond painting event in May. We just, with one thing or another, we just haven't managed to see each other personally, in person, for a bit. So I'm sure in the new year we can get plans finalised for that. And yeah, I'm just going to take the time to try and get some diamond painting done in moments when I can. I mean, it's a little bit easier now because I can leave my diamond paintings on this desk now because I won't need to move them for nails. I do need to do my own nails. I am kind of half done. I took them right down again to redo them the other day. Managed to get the gel on one hand, haven't done the other. And now it's been a few days, so they're looking pretty ropey. So I'm hoping to get something done to them by Christmas so that I at least have decent nails. But I'm not planning on doing a full set of acrylics or anything. So I can leave a diamond painting out on this desk now, which will make it easier because sometimes all I get is half an hour. And if it's just out, I can sit down and do half an hour and then continue with my day. But yeah, that's about it. So just thank you to everybody. I hope you all have a fabulous Christmas. I will be back soon with another video. And please be kind to everybody. You know, there's nothing wrong with being kind. Just remember that. And I hope you all have a fabulous Christmas period. The one thing that I am getting for Christmas, because Santa's already told me, is I am getting a smart TV for in my snug. It will come in the sunroom first, but it means that I will be able to do lives and I'll be able to watch what I'm doing on that smart TV, which is going to make my life a lot easier. So I'm looking forward to Santa coming. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm not going to finish this section. But thank you for joining me for this last minute whip and ramble. Thank you again to the amazing Sharon Wildball for that beautiful card. It's stunning. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And to all of you, I will hopefully be back soon and have a fabulous Christmas. It is with lots and lots of Christmas love. A bye-bye from me. Thank you, guys.